Hello, welcome to Product Drive's webinar, How to Land Your Dream Product Manager Position. There'll be lots of great stuff and information in the next 20 minutes, so let's start. So the first thing, let me introduce myself. I'm Bart. I am a senior product manager at Microsoft, and also I teach product management online on Udemy in many different ways. So if you ever need help or have a question, I'm here to help. But let's jump on to the webinar's topic. I'll spend the first 10 minutes telling you more about the role and telling you why to become a product manager and why you should consider this a dream position, and then we'll work our way through different ways of becoming one. So let's begin. Let's start with my favorite definition of who a product manager is. Product manager leads a product that solves a problem using a team of talented individuals and technology in order to deliver value. This is perhaps a definition that encapsulates everything, that tells you exactly what you're doing. You're not building features. You're not developing software. You're looking for value, and you're not doing this alone. You do this with a team of people who know how to do it, who can help you, who can support you, and who piggyback of you, so that only together can you actually create better product, better software, better whatever you're working on together. So why? Why to become a product manager? Well, it's a great challenge. It's a position that merges very different aspects of being, a leader. And it's a lot of positions that are put into a single job title, thus giving you a lot of opportunity to develop, to become better, and to grow your skill set. But let's focus on those and a few more individually. So, career step up. Product managers are an option for a promotion for many different people. We'll talk about it later. But say you are a developer, that you have a career track which can lead you to getting better at code development or managing the developers. But it's also an opportunity to become a product manager. But then you have to really step it up. You have to have many more skills than you'd expect that is required of you as a developer, and thus giving you a lot of space to, become better. Next slide. As I said, it comes with very many different improvement opportunities. You can grow your leadership skills, UX skills. You can focus on the core of product management, which is the pursuit of value. You can become better at data analysis. You can, it's almost a whole company worth of focus made into a single position, but in a way that you don't have to be great at all of them. You just need to be aware what aspects are you strong with and which one you need to help and which one you need to help with and which require delegation. This position comes with a really good work-life balance. Your deadlines are not deadly. You will have days where you will have to work long hours, that's true, but there will be also days where you'll just contemplate an idea or take a breather so you can refocus your effort, clean your mind from a long project. It's hardly ever a piece of software, document, or whatever that you have to turn in at specific time. That's not really how product managers work. So you will have enough time to care for your family, for your life, and develop your own initiatives, hobbies, maybe products. That really comes well with this position. So if you are able to do all that, that also means you are under manageable amount of stress. It's not that it's like a carefree job. No. You have lots of important responsibilities, but at the same time, it's not like you're a surgeon saving lives. And if you make a mistake, usually it's pretty inconsequential in the long run. And if it's small enough and you are able to turn it around, users will quickly forget and forgive any problems that might arise. But at the same time, there will be lots of people to look over your shoulders, watch your back, and make sure that there is a very, very little possibility of making an actual mistake. Next slide. You are the IT rockstar. You are in the spotlight. People look up to you. People look to your leadership, and you are the one who presents the results and also who represents the team, the product. Thus, people rely on you. People turn to you and they don't know what to do next, what to do at all. And usually when someone says, I think someone should do something about it, they mean you, the product manager. And that's okay. That's what we are here for, because it's more than just developing the software to develop the product. It's about noticing problems with the process and raising your hand saying that this should be improved, finding people responsible, and making sure that something gets done by a certain date so that everything can work efficiently and get the product to work. As I said, teamwork. You are not alone. You are not the sole responsible person to come up with ideas, to watch over improvements, to figure out what to do next. It's a collaborative effort with your team, with your stakeholders, so basically everyone in the company, and everyone who wants to develop the product to higher heights is there also to help you. So sometimes you won't even have to think that much, and you'll just have to coordinate the incoming stream of information and come up with the best decisions possible based on that. That's really comfortable when you have bad days and you don't know what to do next. You just need to open your ears and listen. Your team protects you. I already mentioned that mistakes are your responsibility, really, but at the same time, everyone knows that before you make a decision, there was 20 other people who could have said, hey, that's not really right. So yeah, that's really good to have in a position of such responsibility. This job is pretty creative. You are not doing the same thing 9 to 5 every day. No, but at the same time, it has common principles. That means that if you learn to be a great product manager in one company, you will most likely have great foundations to use the same principles in a different company or even different industry, which means that this position is pretty well protected from the burnout, that you one day have no strength or no passion for the position. You may lose your passion for the product, even for the industry, but still it's pretty easy to try something different and basically restart your career without being in a position that you start from zero. You still have your experience, you still have your successes that are meaningful for your new career, but at the same time you are learning a different field of expertise being an expert in a specific field, so that you are invigorated again, energized, and want to try something new. I myself moved on from IT software for recruiters to job board to a car selling solution, and now I'm doing Skype. All four of those, well, the first two were similar, then the following one were not that much. So yeah, really, it's really great job in terms of that. And it pays well. It's not a position that will leave you thinking, what should I do with my life? How can I afford my new car? That's just this level of management income that secures you this comfortable life. You won't probably get to buy your own chopper or yacht, but a small boat on a lake is not out of the question. So, before I come to part 2, let me just stress, you won't be a great product manager if you don't enjoy the position. If you don't like your product, don't like people, maybe reconsider your choice if most of the points that I listed are not for you. If you don't like working with people, if you don't like to be in the spotlight, you might suffer a bit more than you should. And it's about having joy. It's about playing with the product and caring. If you care, everything will be easier. And I care for you to, well, land the position. So let's go to part 2, and I'll finally get to tell you how to become a product manager. So the dream situation is that unicorn opportunity when you go to land your job, land this junior or APM position right after college or during. It's very hard because there's a ton of candidates. There are people who already have some kind of product experience, who build their own product and have a good story. And there you are with your situation, your story. Maybe you are that great candidate. I don't know. Unfortunately, this is one-way audio and video. But, well, let's face it. The odds of landing that are not in your favor. But what will help you is to first of all review your life and academic career to see for signs of product management projects, opportunities that you landed, and translate that into product management stories. You will need to demonstrate the PM values and way of thinking. And that's usually best done if you actually start to do your own product, but in a way that you don't focus on, say, developing your development skills if you build an app, but more of setting goals and trying to reach them very efficiently so that you can present yourself as a great product manager. Obviously, spend a lot of time polishing your CV, LinkedIn, invest in courses, books, YouTube channels. Just make it your hobby, in fact. Make it that you spend 30, 40 minutes per day just finding out new stuff, just enjoying becoming the product manager, just like with you are supposed to enjoy your job, right? And when time comes, make sure you know your Kanban, your Agile Scrum, your ways of sorting backlog, and all of those great stuff that, well, I also teach. And practice interviews. Practice them with friends, family, or just go to interviews that you will most likely fail. Don't get discouraged. Every interview is a way forward for you to land the job. You are learning with each individual step. Okay, but let's move to the situation where you are not a student anymore. You have a job, maybe close to a PM. And what to do then? How to get from any of the many points of entry to the product management role. Well, as I said, let's figure out who's in the line for succession. As I mentioned, there are developers, UX engineers, data business analysts, and those people are closest to product manager, and they will be most likely to be considered for the role if I'll tell you that if in a second, but let me just say that though those people are the closest, nothing stops, say, QA engineer or a marketing specialist or a, say, client support person to apply for the position, given the right motivation and energy. There are also positions that are almost product manager that represent people like project managers and product owners. And product owner is a separate topic for another webinar, really. But those people are very, very close to just, jumping to product management. So, how to do it? How to get promoted? Well, just ask. Just go to your manager, go to your HR department and say that this is your career goal, that you would like to develop in this specific direction. And there are two situations here. One, you will hear a definite no, that your company doesn't do that you're not probably to be considered or whatever, which is a negative. Then you'll be most likely best off in another company that you'll interview for and saying that this is your career goal, so you can be hired based on that, and people working with you in the new company will already know on what to expect of you and how to help your career goals. If you hear a yes, if you have a company that is happy to grow your career, then, simply ask for a development plan. Be ready to focus on growing your skills. There you go. Sorry, cat was coming. Work extra hours. You'll still need to grow your current career, as in do your duties, but also do something extra. Be able to dedicate time for additional meetings to help out the product manager and observe him or her more, and be there to help. Jump into the meetings and be the first one to raise hand where help is needed. And PMs need a lot of help, really. And obviously, when the time comes and there's an open position, just say that you're there, that you are available, and make sure to grab the opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. So I was thinking that I will spend a little bit time here to tell you about how my career grew. So let's just fly through that because we are almost out of time. I started with a small startup where I went from an IT engineer to client support to project and finally product management, which was self-taught. I didn't get to do a lot of things that product managers actually do, but I still love the concept and position. So after 2 years of struggles, I managed to move on to Stepstone, where I became a product owner and collected most of my best practices, which I later utilized as a product manager for OLX, working for 321 Sold, the FCG division in Poland for OLX. And finally, that opened the doors to Microsoft, where I am currently watching over the Meet now, the Zoom competitor of Skype, and also temporarily I'm looking over the whole calling aspect of Skype. So every video conversation has some part of my work into it. And with that, thank you for watching the webinar. If you liked what I've shown you, if you would like to learn more and become a great product manager, I'm leaving few links and QR codes on the screen that will get you to my Udemy course, to my YouTube channel with lots of fun classes, to my Medium blog where I have a few and growing library of articles on different aspects of product management. I post daily product management resources on Twitter. And finally, if you just have few questions and like to ask them, I'm on LinkedIn very often, happy to answer any question and hope to see you become a great product manager. Thank you, that's all from me, and well, enjoy the rest of Product Drive. Thank you.